Ali is the co-founder and CEO of AI Therapy, a digital mental health startup building on AI-powered therapy support platforms. This is super interesting, and I think one of the reasons that I wanted to get you on here, Ali, is because I already know. So I've been trained. I'm a trained coach,
Mm-hmm.
NLP. I've dabbled in cognitive behavioral therapy. I'm pretty fluent in transactional analysis.
Mm-hmm.
I've been coaching people for the better part of 20 years, and I am fully in on this AI thing. I
Mm-hmm.
know it's coming. It's
Yes.
it's here. It's coming for everybody's job. It's coming for coaches. It's coming for therapists. I am under no illusions that that is going to be the case very soon. So,
Mm-hmm.
I've already toyed in my own head why Chat GPT or why people are, but let's talk about it because
Yes.
you're launching AI therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about tell us how is AI going to therapize, how is it going to give us the therapy that we need? Maybe not right now, maybe now. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just start. Let's just start. Yeah. I mean, the whole AI therapy thing is like going to space thing. Like it's exciting, but you don't know what you're gonna find there. You have an idea. It's dark. There are other things going around, but you don't
Mhm.
really know what you're gonna find. Are you gonna find the aliens? Are you gonna find other spaceships? It's
Yeah.
kind of like that, both for the AI part and also on the therapy part. Like we specifically go for CBT because we know that cognitive behavioral therapy is more structured than a Freudian style. So we can make sure to follow a path rather
Yeah.
than more mm, rather than trust on the emotions or empathy side. That's why we're going to CBT to just, you know, go to more structured way because AI can do a lot of good structured work, but it's never gonna have empathy. Like know, it might imitate stuff, but it's never gonna know what is feeling sad means. So
Right.
that's why we chose the CBT. Our understanding when we started and still is that cognitive behavioral therapy in its core doesn't need empathy to succeed
That's right.
because
Yeah.
it's more of a structured framework to help human being make sense of their ideas, make sense of their thinking style.
Hmm.
And it doesn't go to your childhood. It doesn't do empathy with you. So that's why we went to the cognitive behavioral therapy for AI. And on the AI side, it's again like AI is not a new thing on for a computer engineer, but AI is a very new thing for the society. Like ChatGPT came, I believe, very fast, like way faster than any other technology. Like for computers, for example, like I can see that it took 10, 20 years for a normal human being to have a computer, use them in their daily life, or even
Sure.
the phones. Like it took a while for phones to be common for people. But
Yeah.
AI, especially for the ChatGPT wave, like it was here, they announced it. I remember the tree was bad, but then they kind of made it better. And in 6 months, like grandmas were using it, and like everybody was using it. Everybody's uncle was making AI generated post sharing on Instagram. So it was very fast.
Yeah.
And it also came with a very scary rhetoric that it's gonna take everybody's job.
Well,
And I personally don't think it is that real. So I was a product manager. I am an engineer. I worked as an engineer. I worked as a product manager. So my job was more on the design side and leading people to create the product, like with the working with designers, engineers, and business executives, like all the things. What I see with AI is it is making people's job very easy, everybody's, but it's not. creating the value. Like it is not, it is like a very fast car. Like if you have a very fast car, you can really go from point A to point B very fast.
Hmm.
But if you don't know where you're going, you're gonna crash. Like it doesn't matter how fast your car is. If you
Yeah.
don't know where you're driving that car, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing with for us for AI therapy too. It's it makes the idea of being able to talk very easy for like for anybody to go see a therapist, go see a coach. It takes at least 1-2 days. If it's a therapy with insurance and everything else, it takes maybe a week, maybe a month with a wait list.
Yeah.
But also, if there's a stigma, then it's a whole different story. But now with AI, they can just start right now, like in 1 minute. But also, if they don't know what they're doing, if that AI doesn't have enough, let's say, both the knowledge, but also the framework on what is happening, it can really go bad too. Like that fast car can crash too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, to like kind of sum up, what I think is what we are doing is very exciting. And I definitely believe it is doing good for the world.
Hmm.
And I don't think it is going to take, specifically AI therapy's case, I don't think it is going to take a lot of people's job, like a lot of therapists or coaches' job from their end. Because what we see is, that's what my thinking was too when we started. But when we started working with it and started talking with users, what we realized was we are not actually reaching to people who already go to therapy. We are mostly reaching to people who never even thought about therapy and but still wanna talk, still wanna
Sure. Want to
do
get things off
something.
their chest. They want some kind of catharsis. They want
Exactly.
closure, whatever. So I I understand. So the cognitive behavioral therapy is in itself fairly algorithmic.
Yes.
It's like a decision tree. You ask these open-ended questions, you get this data, you can ask these other questions that kind of lead to it's that's pretty it's much different than, let's say, Freudian psychology that is a little bit more nuanced. So
Yes.
that makes sense that you would choose CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, for those who are listening who don't know, because it is kind of within itself algorithmic. But is that going to, let's say I have a childhood trauma. Let's say I was abused as a kid or something, and I need therapy really bad. I got a bunch of shit in my head
Yes.
that needs to, it is just, it's causing me problems. Right? Is the AI therapy platform, I mean, compare the two. You have your platform currently in its adolescence. I'm assuming it's in its adolescence. It's not fully mature yet. It's maturing as AI matures, I imagine.
Kinda, yeah.
Compare the two. If you had a CBT therapist and your AI platform, and I have some trauma that I need help with.
Yes. What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
So today, like what would happen today is AI therapy itself is not a licensed therapist. And like it is gonna tell you even in the first message that it's not a licensed therapist and it's an AI trained in cognitive behavioral therapy. For specific to that trauma case, it will lead you to see a licensed therapist because specifically we are pushing AI therapy to not try to do anything after it sees there's a deeper trauma than what can be dealt with self-help CBT techniques. Like that is our line, and I believe that is a very important line, and it just leaves us with probably 25-30% of the therapy plate, let's say, because really the 70% today, 70% of people who actually need like deep work is not going to get much meaningful results from AI therapy alone. And
Yeah.
AI therapy itself is actually saying it too when it's talking. We actually get a lot of annoying customers, annoying users telling us too, like, I came here to talk to like a therapist, but it's telling me to go see a therapist. And
Yeah.
like that is the reality. That is today's reality. And I believe it's our responsibility as the developers in AI to correctly advertise it, correctly show that.
So currently it's filling a gap that is both maybe introductory to therapy. If somebody who hasn't had therapy before, they haven't introduced themselves to a therapist, they're kind of maybe a little not sure if they can. This is kind of like a training wheels for therapy to see if maybe it can help you, or maybe you need some deeper help with somebody who's an actual licensed therapist.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
For some group of people, yes,
Mm.
it is fair. But if somebody is having more day-to-day stress, more work anxiety that is not really coming from a deep trauma, that's more for AI therapies plate. But if it's, as you said, like deeper, then AI therapy itself is actually a training wheels. Just makes you start talking and try to encourage you to actually see a licensed therapist.